Hey everybody, this is Larry, this is me going Q3 of the bi-weekly contest 146. Check if grid can be cut into sections. Hit the like button, subscribe button, join me on Discord, let me know what you think about this one. I think there are definitely a lot of different ways that you can solve about this one. The way that I thought about it is just by using a sweep line, right? And in this particular one, you only have to, sweep vertically or horizontally, and you do it twice and that should be good enough. And there are different ways to do this sweep line to make sure. But if you kind of separate out the rectangle portion and you only care about the axis alignment, meaning either the x-axis or the y-axis, then it just becomes, then you can look at this, like if you look at this thing from the top, then you only see line segments, right? And you want to just cut them such that there are no overlaps. And that's really the idea behind the sweep line. And yeah, and here we use the idea of a prefix sum to calculate this. Here we draw a segment from Sx to Ex, the beginning to X to Ex, from Y to Y, right, to keep track of the X's and the Y's. The reason the reason why I multiply by 2 is so that in theory, let me actually draw it out real quick. It's just to handle edge cases. It's slightly easier is an idea that I play around with sometimes from time to time, especially with integer endpoints. It's because then now, let's say, as I said, you could reduce them into two one-dimensional problems where you have line segments, right? And then the idea here is that, okay, well, how do we handle this case and making sure that we can draw a line? Well, there are a couple of ways you can do it for sure, and you could be honestly, just be very careful, I think is an idea. But another idea, though, that I do so that I don't have to be careful is that I just add a smidget of space in between them, right? And that's really the idea, so that now I know that in this in the gap in between, there is a space that we can cut, right? And because all the numbers are integers, then when I multiply by 2, then now I can actually just offshift it by 1/2, which is 1 in integer, right? And then you still have this space. And that's really the idea. It's more of a programming hack more than anything, this particular thing. But when you see it, that's why I do it. So then I don't have to worry about, like, if they meet exactly, how do I handle the order of operation and all these things, which can be tricky to do for sure. But yeah, and this is after the setup, and this is the sweep line. Is pretty straightforward, as you can see, or very short anyway. And I do it for X and then the Y independently. For the X, I just sweep from left to right. I add in the difference, right? And what for this particular problem, what we have is that for the beginning of the segment we add +1, for the end of the segment we do -1 +1, right, and so forth. So then now when there's zeros, so as we sweep, we can get the current number of line segments that we're overlapping at a time, and when we get to 0, that means that we're overlapping 0 segments, and then we can count. And that's really what I do here. I start, I do, if it's currently 0, that means that we can make a cut here. Notice that for me, I actually do a cut that's greater than or equal to 3. The reason is just because I allow a cut at the very end, like after all the things, I count that as a cut, so you can just subtract that out, or in this case, add in an extra cut to allow for that. This is going to be dominated by the sorting, so it's going to be n log n, but otherwise, this is you could see everything on screen in the code, so it's pretty precise, pretty tight, and that's all I have for this one. Let me know what you think. Thanks for watching. N log n time, O of n space, and you could watch me solve it live in a virtual contest now. Okay, YOLO. Okay. Trying to quit. Too horizontal. This is an annoying problem, I suppose. What does it mean to be cut? Sweep line? Yeah, sweep line sounds okay. Yeah, okay. What is this? Where's the input? Where's the... Okay, so then we want I think I have to be careful about this one though. In that someone like this, but I'm not very confident about this one. They should have drew this out, but okay. 0, 2, okay, let's just print it out. Why did I write true? On the x is 0, 2. I have to draw it out a little bit. This time I did not have my 0, 2, 1, 3, 2, 3, 3, 4, and 3, 4. Okay. So there's only one cut. Why did I write 2 cut? A 3. Well, 3 is right. 2 doesn't seem right. It's how I handle this thing, so is fine then. Maybe I was just being too cautious and wow. And that was false. 02, right? One, two, nothing, 2, 2. That's right. Okay, 3. Now this is wrong. This is wrong because okay, what I need to do is my typing is terrible because I have a notepad in front of me on the keyboard. Okay, and now this should be good. I mean, it should be better anyway. Clearly no good. Okay, so at 0, okay, at 2, which is 1, okay, there's 2 things, yep, at 3, okay, that's the end, and there's 1 left, okay, 4, there's 2 left, 5, which is the end of 3, there's 1 cut, okay, and then we do a second cut at the very end, that's why. So actually it should be 3 because it counts the extra cut at the very end. Okay, I buy that. Okay, we'll usually make mistakes. I mean, a little bit cheap. Thanks for watching, everybody. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, join me on Discord. Let me know what you think about this problem, this contest, this explanation, everything in between. Stay good, stay healthy to your mental health. I'll see y'all later and take care. Bye bye.